Let's go. Anniversary weekend for us down in Belize. Started with a super early bike ride on the Friday morning. We were still gonna have a normal work day, but we got up early so that way we could go down into town and kind of just see it before it woke up. We didn't quite do sunrise, but it was super, super quiet. And this is the little sidewalk that goes through the main part of the village that we live in. And so we're about, I think it's 4 miles total bike ride from this part of town. So rode down there, so it ends up being like 8 miles back and forth, which is pretty great for a nice bike ride. So yeah, went down there. It was super, super quiet. No one was really awake or walking. There honestly wasn't much going on at all. And high season is also November through March down here, so it is generally speaking very, very quiet. But in the morning it seems it's even quieter on these little sidewalk paths. But we did find a new little coffee shop that opened up and was really super cute, and so we did grab a little coffee, FaceTime the family, said our hellos that morning, and then rode home, grabbed some groceries on the way. Okay, little Belize update, because I'm doing a terrible job of actually talking to the camera while I'm down here. I'm just capturing everything, like my point of view of what we've been up to. But today's Friday, so we've officially been here another full week, which is great. We arrived on a Saturday this time, which was really, really nice, so that we could enjoy the first day or two and not feel like we just need to dive right into work and into our laptop, even though, I mean, obviously we do things all the time. And today we're excited because this weekend is our 1-year wedding anniversary. And so we've been trying to figure out, because the weather's not great this weekend, what we wanted to do to celebrate. And we ended up getting one of the local fishing guides down here that didn't have anything booked for tomorrow last minute to take us out spearfishing to a couple cool spots. So we're actually going to pack lunches for all of us, for us and him, and kind of, you know, not make it like a guided trip, but a guided trip. So he's going to take us out, go to some cool spots. Andrew's prepping lunch. You're doing what?
Potato salad, chicken, and pico de gallo with some chips and salsa.
Nice. It's gonna be really good. And the chips and salsa are plantain chips, and then we found some like olive oil Mediterranean salt potato chips, which I think will be really good. I'm still trying to, like, as you can see, face is still reacting a little bit. I've been dabbling in different things down here, and even when I think it's homemade, it's not exactly, you know, the best ingredients. So going back to basics now, but so making our own lunch, so we're in full control of that, and we're gonna have a great day tomorrow, so we can't wait. Also awesome, we got added, because of our wonderful neighbor over there, to a group message chat for a lady that cooks some like local Indian food. They call it curry to college, and it helps fund her son that's in college. So yeah, so we ordered from them, got a, I think, butter chicken masala and like a red soy lentil dish or something. So that's dinner tonight too. And fingers crossed this goes well for the tummy. So yeah, basically just had a laptop day for the rest of Friday, and then that evening our neighbor invited Andrew to go play pickleball with him and some of his buddies that play every single week. So we got to go to this cool little resort, and Andrew got to play and get his butt kicked by all these guys out there. He was having a great time, and he actually did really well, but this is like the second time he's ever played. I was doing some video editing while we were there, which was great. We got home, showered, and then went down to our local bar. You can always bring your first drink, it's free, and then they'll refill your cup for you, and it was karaoke night. Babe, are you hungry? Did you play 2 hours of pickleball today? So we came home from the bar and karaoke and just hanging out with friends for a little bit and made dinner at home. One of the big things we are doing while living kind of between Houston and Belize is still doing like home cooked meals and whatnot, not relying on eating out. One, it's better for my gut and life in general, I find, when we cook for ourselves, obviously. But also just saving money, right? Trying to make this next chapter of our lives work. But we had a great conversation that night, just like hanging out in the cabana, and then went to bed early so that we could wake up, get a workout in, and begin the day. What'd you sharpen name?
Dive knife.
Fish gear getting set up. It's gonna bring a spear pole and 1 pole, right?
Yep.
1 rod.
1 rod.
1 pole.
Spear pole.
We got our cute little igloo. My fun little birthday waterproof bright ass pink bag. Bikes are out there, fins are out there, snorkels are in the igloo, and we got some snacks and lunch packed, some rum punch in the freezer. Let's go, homemade. There it is, fresh fruit punch from our guy, and then rum poured in. So by homemade I mean 2 ingredients. Ready to go fishing?
Oh, ready to go fishing. Let's go fishing.
Lunch, poles, igloo for fish to bring home. Fingers crossed. Water, Finn's bikes. Let's go. And then we were off, loaded up the 2 bikes, which was a pretty hilarious scene. Harnessing the igloo cooler to the front of Andrew's bike. We had like a gallon of water plus my jug, just the food, everything. Stopped to grab some ice and some extra beers, and then met the guy taking us out down at the marina, hopped in his boat, and we're headed out. And we weren't entirely sure where we were going to go or what we were going to do that day, just kind of follow his lead, obviously, to wherever we thought the fish might be. But it ended up being a beautiful day out. Again, the only reason we hadn't even planned this trip up until the night before was because the weather was supposed to be so terrible for the weekend, but that's kind of just how it is in the area. It's what we've come to know. It might have rain on the forecast, but it usually just dumps at night or once during the day, and then it's clear the rest of the day, maybe building some humidity and whatnot. But yeah, it was beautiful. So we fished for a bit around one of the islands on our way out. The water was gorgeous. Andrew was up first, and of course, first cast, he hooks into a fish, and it ended up being a barracuda, which he was super stoked about. It's always fun to get those and reel them in.
You go! That'll do. Bam, baby. That's what we're talking about.
Let's go.
Bam.
And as you can see from that clip, Connor's just the best, just a local that's grown up out on the waters around our age, loves fishing, loves getting out there. So it was really fun to get to go with him for the day. But yeah, I ended up getting 2 bites when it was my turn on the rod that I didn't land. Well, I didn't even hook. I can't even say I didn't land them. I didn't hook them. But yeah, so we had fun fishing. They just weren't super active in the area we were at. And so we decided to go and pull up at one of the islands out here called Moho. You pay for like a park fee when you get there. There was hardly anybody there when we got there on this trip, which was pretty sweet. And yeah, figured we could go snorkel and practice spearfishing and have Connor show us some pointers and tips and just kind of enjoy ourselves. So we dropped off our lunch, our coolers, our bags, like everything off the boat, checked out the island just a little bit, got ourselves set up, and then got ready to head out and actually snorkel and spearfish a bit. Don't leave me, Andrew. So the funny thing about spearfishing and snorkeling is that I am not super comfortable with the ocean, and that was one of the goals in moving to Belize, was to get more comfortable with it. So that's why I laughingly told Andrew, like, do not leave me out here. And Belize is actually is the second largest barrier reef in the world, and it's the largest living barrier reef. As you can see, all the little fishies going around over here. So it's pretty epic to be out there. But yeah, I'm definitely gaining my confidence and working through that as we go. But it was great to follow Andrew and Connor around, Connor giving Andrew tips on everything, me being kind of a fish scout, looking around, trying to get their attention. If I saw something I thought they might be interested in, just being an extra set of eyes under the water. I didn't personally have a spear pole, and neither did Connor, so it was just kind of Andrew running around gunning with that. But it was pretty cool because Connor did find a big old conch down underwater and brought that over to me. There it is. So that was pretty sick to see. They are so much heavier than you would think. But it wasn't conch season, so conch, I'm not conch. I'm pretty sure they say conch actually now. But anyways, there you go. You can see the little guy in there. But they're not actually in season in June, so ditched that guy after taking a few cool videos and photos with it. It's just crazy how much it pops underwater. They are so vibrant. And then kept scouting, fishing, looking around, trying to alert them when I found anything I thought was interesting or that they might be able to fish. And I also found 2 other conchs while swimming around. So it was kind of cool to pick those up and check them out and see what was going on with them. So I just kept swimming around, and eventually Andrew got my attention because he found an epic starfish. That's so cool. Clearly, I was super excited, as you could hear me screaming and yelling about it through my snorkel even. And that was actually hilarious because the whole time we were snorkeling, and when I would see fish I thought they might be interested in or that we could like try to kill and eat, I would try to get their attention, like yelling through the snorkel or talking to Andrew underwater, and he was cracking up just dying. He's like, oh my God, you can't talk or try to have a conversation through the snorkel, Brit. But anyways, it was a good time. And then we eventually called it quits for the afternoon and got out to go eat lunch. But the funny part was we thought we were all calling it quits, and then we turned around and realized Andrew had zero intentions of coming back in. And if you know Andrew in the outdoors, that's pretty typical. It takes a lot to get that guy to come back in or eat at all once he's like on the pursuit or in the pursuit, whatever you want to call it. So Connor went and cleaned up the barracuda that we had caught earlier. I hung out with him for a sec, and then we sat and ate lunch, and a couple of his buddies were actually on the island that day as well. So they came over and sat with us, and it was pretty cool. Another funny thing is, I swear, everybody says, like the Creole is English. I can't understand a word of it. Tell me if you can.
Just no fuck before you pour ask me some back the barrel, you fuck. Next one, everybody got to fuck the barrel and please show everybody read it.
Didn't get a word of it either, huh? No, it's pretty cool though, and I love listening to everyone speak down here and talk, and I think it's so cool and would love to be able to understand it better. But one of the best parts about living other places is getting to hear different languages and how people speak and interact. It's so cool. But anyways, Andrew eventually came back, ate a bit, we drank rum, and then we got back on the boat, and we're planning to head back home and maybe hit a couple fishing spots along the way. So I jumped in just to swim one last time in the beautiful turquoise water. And then we got the lines in the water and just fished a bit before heading home. There wasn't really too much going on, so we didn't hang out there too long, and the wind was actually starting to pick up. We could tell rain was definitely going to be coming that night, so we decided to turn around and head home after about, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes of drifting back and forth around this little island. But it was great, it was wonderful, and it was just nice to get out on the water with another friend and yeah, just get to learn some new things for the day. So eventually we got back to shore, loaded up the bike, stopped at a coffee shop to keep us awake for date night. Got one barracuda, Andrew hooked it. I got 2 bites when it was my turn on the rod. Unfortunately, I did not get either of them. They say it wasn't my fault. Sounds nice. And then Andrew went spearfishing. It was great. As soon as we got home, we showered up, and then I poured myself a little rum and juice. Andrew cracked open a Belican, and we cheersed to our 1-year anniversary and a great day out on the water. So we kind of hung out at the house, had our first drink or two. I'm honestly not sure exactly how many. And then we planned to head out for the night to grab dinner at a really cool local spot just north of us in one of the kind of like less touristy towns for sure. So I got my panty ripper. I hate having to say that when I order it every time, but that is in fact what it is called no matter where you go, unfortunately. Andrew got his Belican, of course. We cheers, we hung out, we had great ceviche, we had some wings, we had some fried chicken. It was all fantastic. And then we went to leave and ride our bikes home and got absolutely drenched, stuck in a rainstorm. So we pulled off at the first place we could, and it is one of our like favorite spots to go and hang out if we want to go grab like a drink and hang at the pool during the day because it's super close to home. So we parked the bikes, ran inside, and figured, all right, well, we'll have another drink, wait out the storm, and eventually make our way the rest of the way home. So that is exactly what we did. It was the perfect end cap to a perfect day. And then the next day we woke up, we had a bunch of fresh mangoes delivered from our neighbor yet again. And I did a little writing for my anniversary card to Andrew because this was like the actual day of our anniversary. Andrew clearly had to write in a card for me as well. And then we sat down to watch our wedding video, which Andrew was not mentally prepared for.
Oh, that's so funny.
Why would we not watch the full version?
I just thought we were going to watch the edited one.
It's 55 minutes.
Oh, gee, I need to get some breakfast. While things are getting warmed up over here, I'm going to cook some breakfast. That is
And because he promised to watch a 55-minute wedding video with me, I promised to go fishing in the swamplands of the mangroves with him on our actual wedding anniversary date. A wimbo wop, a wimbo wop, a wimbo wop, a wimbo wop, a wee. It's so fucking hot in this jungle. What are you guys doing for your 1-year wedding anniversary? We're gonna go walk in the swamplands, get bit by mosquitoes, sweat our tits off, try to catch some fish with flower balls. Oh, pay attention, bro, pay attention. So good. Somebody save me. Me from this man.
Look at that. Not so bad.
Anybody that's ever wondered what walking through the mangroves is like barefooted, feels like you're walking in a dirty ass fish tank.
Come on. Dirty fish tank.
And I absolutely held up my end of the bargain. We tried to fish for a while. There was honestly nothing going on except for a couple needlefish like this, which I don't know how well you can see it in this video, but that's its little shadow. But it was honestly pretty cool. Once you're out there and kind of used to the texture under your feet, it's not so bad. But it was a funny thing to do when we were fishing with these little flower balls, like our buddy told us to. We weren't sure if he was just fucking with us, but we tried and we had a good time. And then we got packed up and ready to go home and rinse and just cool the hell down, because it was a hot and very humid day being out there in the sun, direct sun all day. So yeah, we headed back, and then as we were heading back, we're like, well, what are we doing? Why are we gonna go home and rinse? Let's just go to our favorite spot in the pool and grab a drink and go swimming. So that's exactly what we did, and this was where we were that night before it was raining and we had to pull over. So yeah, went and jumped in the water, had a good little blue drink, had a beer, hung out again, just had a good time, really enjoyed ourselves and chilled, which was the best. So it was a pretty good weekend overall, and I'm really, really happy that we got to be in Belize for our 1-year anniversary after being here for our honeymoon exactly 1 year ago. Pretty crazy that now here we are living part-time and enjoying this beautiful place as our second home. And by the way, this is the pier that's located at this spot, and it's super cool. I think they do Pilates classes a couple times a week there during high season, out on the pier. And then they even do sound baths out there and stuff as well during full moon. So really, really cool spot. The manager there is awesome. She's super nice. And so, yeah, it's just been fun kind of getting to know some of the people managing and running these local businesses right near the place we're staying. But that night we ended up then riding home after we swam, went and stopped at the grocery store en route to pick up some food and kind of meal prep for the week yet again, because we are living a normal life Monday through Friday while we're here, working as usual, all the things. And when we got back, our juice delivery came on, oh, this is the Monday. So yeah, so then it was Monday morning, regular week, and our juice delivery comes on Monday, and the gentleman that delivered juice, they have these beautiful flowers that they grow. So he made us a bouquet and gifted it to us. So that was really, really cool. So I set that up in the house. We had some mangoes, and Andrew was going to be leaving the next day. So after a long work day, we headed down to exactly where we honeymooned, had a drink down there, and just kind of took a long bike ride together to enjoy our last night. And then we stopped at one more little spot on the way home, another favorite spot, had a little drink, some appetizers, bought some big ass mangoes as well that we found along the way. And then when we got home, we prepped the barracuda and that we had caught on the boating day and made this bomb ass curry. And when I say we, I of course mean Andrew, since he's the only one that does any cooking in this household. But he prepped and made a really, really good curry with the barracuda. So we hung out on our back porch, we ate that and eventually just kind of turned in early for the night so that we could say our goodbyes the next morning. The plan was for me to stay an extra week, get my videos and more recording done, just be super heads down, zero distractions while being down in Belize, which is really, really nice and works well for me in my mind, just to completely disconnect. So yeah, that was our plan. Had our great dinner, had a great night, and then said goodbye.